Hello. I guess I'll show you what I got on the 15th for my birthday, which is March the 26th. It's a steamer. Oh, wait a minute, that's in Spanish. Turn it around. For English speaking folks. Over here. And I got toaster oven. Does it say it on this? Because I don't want to get. I guess it'll come up. I haven't taken it out yet. But toaster oven. My other one cost to the cord, so and like the what I wanted to talk about is I really haven't really went on the politics with Trump and the Republican Party, and I just have to say that I think the Republican Party is showing a side of America that is very it's not good. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. As somebody on a fixed income, I already know that you know that there's not much. Well, the Republicans must really like war because there's nothing more than you're really attacking the children and you're attacking the stomachs and now you have somebody that is putting words to like you're saying like to what people have been saying. This is what white America is like. Is what we have white Americans like Trump, and that is a problem because one of the things we have going wrong, and a good example is in Texas, where they just want to leave out slavery. Because in a sense, we have changed. White people have changed the histories. Let's just face it. Back then, they were the only news that was, giving information around and whatnot. And it was in their best interest to give misinformation about what's going on with America. And that's why but we're in a horrible situation. You can look at the water situation in Flint. You can look at the drought in California. You can look at what fracking has done to the land and causing earthquakes and erosion. And I think it's also the reason why we have some of those sinkholes. And that's just my theory. But um, so and I also like see where the people at the rally were so hateful at these black people, and let's just face it, black people didn't all come over here on boats from Africa with slave ships. The only ones that came over here was the European because they had to go across the Atlantic to get over here from Europe, right? And and the same way they got to Australia. So the only people that probably crunched in and the first thing and you can see is early is like in Israel when the Palestinians probably wouldn't mind them living side by side, but what's the first thing they had to do? Instigate a war and 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 surround the Palestinians and treat them like they're criminals over there on their own land for allowing uh, these white folks that are supposed to be Jews, kind enough. So we have done more damaged, more, uh, and the Republicans are not done. When they get done, China and Russia will be like high fiving each other. Look at these fools because they're using the ignorance that's caused by racism. Because of racism, and ignorance, we decide we don't have to educate our kids. We don't have to feed our kids. We can make money off of sick or dying. Hey, if you don't say nothing about it, what they don't know won't hurt them. Like what they did with the AIDS and the said a bit like really well, what was that tennis player Ash, Arthur Ashe, and and in a sense, and and you know that the causes and the reason why we have such sexual transmitted diseases has also been kept from us, and it's just a simple fact that men's sperm is alive, and if you're a man and you have sex with more than one woman, yeah, and then you go back to that other woman and say because like if you're having sex with more than one woman, you're not sexing them, especially at their height of their sex when they're teens or 20s or whatever every day. That's why it's best to get married, the younger ages, and continue with your life. But the way our society is backwards. I mean, how many priests do they have to put in jail for having sex with little boys before you say, hey, the church has is pedophile. Maybe I shouldn't have my kid going in that church, and definitely never ever leave them alone with these people. But people keep doing the same thing and expecting something different to happen. It's like people keep whooping their kids and then all at once expect their kids not to be violent. You know, that's one of the things they're worried about here. Like, well, how are they going to be violent? Why are they so violent? And I whoop them. I mean, what else are you going to do? And I think we're going to have more type of thinking like that with the Republicans. This thinking that is so ignorant, that is so it's futile. You know, um, um, and the thing about it is that the people that they harm the most. It's like over here, there's a whole bunch of people. They're always afraid about somebody stealing, right? And I always notice, and like with me, since I'm sure they think I'm weak and a female because you know, um, I don't know because they're crazy, but um, so you get so I get picked on more, especially in the South and people that get whooped, you know. It's like there's but anyway, I digress. Never mind. Let's go back to the. I'm just saying that the same thing with the Republicans, the way Trump acting is the way a lot of these people around here treat. You know what I'm saying? They want to attack the weak, the woman, whatever. Oh. And I'll tell you one thing. So if a woman is on a period and she's bleeding, I don't think that's a good time to really think you can attack and she'll be weak. She ain't gonna be anemic. She ain't gonna lose that much blood. You ain't gonna lose no more than 2 tablespoons. So don't worry. You ain't gonna, so that I say that'd be like the worst time. I can't get it back in the box right. That's the steamer. I've never used the steamer before. I gotta find my. Oh, I did have my glass. I have to read about it. But I like Barry Sanders. I don't like Hillary Clinton. But I think that if we get a Trump in the office, in the White House, that really he's a puppet for the Russian mafia. I think his wife, is nothing but an old ass hoe, and she and Putin is her pimp, and Trump is just a little puppet blasting all that noise along with that other lady, Sharon Palin. She ain't nothing but a thing. She a Russian fucking spy. So she ain't about shit either. Well, I think we got a fucking problem. And little things. Gotta work on my anyway, I'm going. I know it's that clock has not been changed to the right time, so it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I guess I'm gonna go and I don't know. See what there's supposed to be a cookbook in here, so it was all this was in a bigger box. Which this is gonna be cutie. Cutie picture of the oven. Yeah, I gotta go read the instructions and might as well go have breakfast. And what I was gonna say is, if the parties don't have to tell us who to vote for. If we want a Barry Sanders, we'll have to write it in the. They still have writing. They want to put everything on the computers, but I still think we need a paper trail. In case we have a blackout or something happens, God forbid, with the computers or a sun spur, whatever that is, that could cause I haven't slept. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so think about that. We could, what I'm saying, we're letting the parties dictate who we're gonna have for president, and you know, I think even if we're gonna do a woman, we could do a better woman than Hillary Clinton. We have tons of women that are more superior in their respect for other people. It's a matter. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody respects Barry. Barry didn't ask for no respect, but he's earned it. And if somebody's begging and asking for respect, 98% of the time they don't know how to earn it, and that 2% they know how to earn it, but they don't feel like it. So and Trump does not deserve any respect. I don't think the Mexicans. I know I don't respect him as a woman and African American and a black woman and a Negro. None of that of me respects him. You know, and so and they trying to make us look like Russia because then we already got rid of all her jobs overseas. So China should be real happy. Anyway.